morning.
Good morning. I'm glad you're joining us on the podcast. We just got done with a presentation an hour yesterday, an hour today, and I met you just briefly. So we're coming live from the Pocono Mountains. We just completed the second presentation for the Central Pennsylvania chapter of ASTA. I met Denise just yesterday. You came across just so energetic and so thoughtful, and you did a whole bunch of things that were very unique. I will get to that in a moment, but the podcast, this is going to be the second episode or the third episode of For All the Marbles, and it is sponsored by our friends at Marblism, Marblism, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later with Marblism. Sure. But Denise, you are in the travel industry, and you are regarded as the healthy
traveler.
The healthy traveler. I want to hear a little bit about your role in the industry. How many years, what you are focusing in on, and this podcast is going to go out to people that are entrepreneurs like yourself, and I'm doing all the talking, so I'm going to stop this in a moment. 3 businesses, you walk 10 miles a day.
Every day.
You do some incredible things. So I want to hear first about the travel industry. Why did you select the travel industry? Because you've been in it for several years. Mm-hmm. Tell us about why the travel industry. What intrigued you first?
Great, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I am the healthy traveler. Basically, that's 2 paths, 1 purpose, your journey.
Okay, 2 paths, 1 purpose,
your journey.
Okay.
It represents both health and wellness, and it represents travel. Together, I blend them. I wear the 2 hats, and I'm very proud to do. I've been in the travel industry for over 40 years. Okay. It organically came about. I was a professional nanny in Santa Barbara at one time, and things didn't go so well with the person who I was working for, and he assaulted me at gunpoint. I ended up at a church, and the church helped save me and get me turned around. He had taken everything from me, and they helped me get a job at headquarters for Motel 6, taking care of the president while his secretary was on maternity leave. From that point forward, that man saw me, he believed in me, and he helped me for the months that followed and shaped me. I observed him in return, and I realized, oh my goodness, I never thought about travel. I was thinking about going down the nursing path. I was still fairly young. I was only around 19 years of age at the time. So that began the process. I grew up in northern Michigan, ended up in selecting the Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia area to start my career. One of my interviews was with the American Society of Travel Agents. They had just relocated from New York City down to Georgetown. I interviewed with them, and I was selected for a job position called the ASTA Proficiency Program, which is now really the ASTA verification program for travel advisors.
That Zane just talked about.
That Zane just introduced. Okay. So it was APP, and I was the APP assistant, and I began a career at ASTA for a decade.
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you at such a young age. That's just horrific. And you wouldn't think, we're just talking, right? You wouldn't think that Santa Barbara would be containing a bad person that would steal everything from you at gunpoint. That's just horrific. And you were out there trying to care for a child, and then this horrible stuff happened.
Yes.
But then you met the right people, you were in the right place at the right time, and they saw something in you, and you're like, wow, there is something in this travel world.
Yes.
Okay. How long did you work for ASTA?
10 years.
Okay. And then after that, is that when you began your own journey of being a travel advisor?
Actually, I didn't. I switched into, there was a very well-known travel show in London called World Travel Market, and it was run by a company called Reed Exhibitions, and they tapped me to start American Travel Market, the equivalent over here in the United States. I began that process. I just was building my travel career. I had been promoted many times at ASTA and groomed. I have a mentor who was an executive at ASTA. She's still my mentor today, 40 years later.
Wow.
She's very dear, and she really helped give me the succession plan and belief in me to continue to go forward within the industry. I then started working and helping them build American Travel Market. From there, I went on from a corporate travel standpoint and servicing various Fortune 500 companies. And then I went into helping, people may remember, Curves was a wellness, and there was a branch that was made through my mentor, Curves Travel, helping provide travel for all Curves members.
I had no idea.
So this was really a wonderful thing. It reconnected me to my mentor physically, and we were working together again. So the journey just kept going from there, and then eventually what tied it all together with a bow was I was never an advisor. And in between there, I'd also done the trade show side where I built the travel trade show booths for the travel suppliers. So I was also getting that aspect as well. Did that for a short bit. And then I ended up going to a local newspaper, Philadelphia Inquirer, travel trade show for my family to come back and say, this is where we're going to go. And I ended up coming home with 4 job offers, 2 with a travel agency and 2 with a tour operator. And I realized there's a calling of some sort above, and I ended up choosing to be a travel advisor, and I'm an independent. I can align with many agencies as I wish.
Was it scary? You have your own business, you have 3 businesses.
Yes, do.
Do you remember the thought process of making the leap? You're giving up a paycheck, you're working for people, all of a sudden I can become an independent travel advisor. Do you remember what the thought was? Were you scared? Were you excited? What were you thinking?
It was definitely a mixture, because even though they were believing in me because I have had a knowledge base in the industry, did not mean I would understand how an advisor worked. And clearly that was from the get-go. Luckily, there's a gentleman who has been in my life since I started this. Maybe he reluctantly did not wish that his time would have to be used in teaching me the ropes from the travel advisor side, but now we are so closely knitted and threaded together that I have his back, he has my back. Established in the industry, he's well respected. I'm really grateful. He's the leisure director at one of the agencies that I'm at. I could not do what I do without him. He's definitely taught me everything that I know.
Yeah, you were not scared, is what you're saying. You had resources to be able to...
I would say I was not scared. I was just more like, can I do this?
Yes.
Like, even though they're saying I have this, what being told is involved is a lot.
Okay.
It's very detailed.
People that are listening, entrepreneurs, people that are starting businesses, people that are growing businesses, what advice would you give to them based on your initial leap to become an entrepreneur? What advice?
100%. I don't even hesitate. Believe in yourself. You must have the mindset and the positivity that you can do anything. And that's what it took. And I've had that from the beginning of my life, because I grew up on a small farm, and my mother would take my brothers and I every single morning. Maybe we didn't understand it in the beginning, but I highly encourage anyone who's listening to, when you greet yourself or when you see yourself in the mirror, greet yourself. Say good morning, Denise. Say good morning, whatever your name is, and say, I love you. You are worthy, you are strong, you are beautiful. And those words, just by saying them out loud, but also how they come back through the body and how you're absorbing them, can set the tone for the day. My belief system was big.
And your mother started that in you?
My mother started that.
Siblings?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So are your siblings, without getting into too much detail, are your siblings as positive and as confident as you?
Oh my goodness, yes.
They are.
Yes, my brothers are awesome.
So something that we're learning is look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself good things. And I didn't have a chance to share that in this presentation, but the element of you're doing great, which we talked about yesterday, the end part of KIND. I didn't share this part, but we created t-shirts and it says you're doing great, those 3 words, and they're printed backwards. Do you know why? When you look in the mirror, you see it.
They're correct. Yes.
For you.
Yes.
You see it, it's backwards. It's not meant for you. It's meant for me whenever I look in the mirror as a reminder, Bart, you're doing great. Not dissimilar to what you just said.
Exactly.
I'm doing great. I love you. I'm amazing.
Yes.
I'm terrific. The element of, again, I'm proud of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Travel industry is one end of things. The healthy traveler, that element, can you share, was there progression to the focus on that? I referenced that you walk 10 miles a day, which is incredible. Was there something that propelled you to be influenced by the world of health?
Yes, thank you for asking. It's a little bit of an emotional story, but I will rise above that because of where I'm at today. So basically, I was rebirthed and reset with my health over 14 years ago. Thankfully, my primary doctor just said, I need to hold you and I need to tell you you're going south. You're not going to live long, and most likely you're not going to live to see your children's children because your health is really bad. And it truly was. I was on a lot of medication. I had been newly diagnosed with a condition. There's no way that it can be resolved at this time, and some other conditions. He rallied everyone. He rallied me. He rallied my husband. He rallied my family. And we actually talked it through, and we identified what were the things, what were the triggers that were causing my health to not be so good. And to be quite honest, it was because I wasn't paying attention to myself. I was giving up myself to everybody else, and I had 9 businesses at the time.
9.
So I was very stretched then. I wasn't doing the job that I should be doing, but yet I thought I was, and I wanted to be everything to everybody. And I would simply say, this is where we take the pause, and a listener who's listening, please go to the mirror, take the pause, and say, I need to pour into myself if you're not doing that, because I wasn't. And I was burnt out, and I was working hours that were crazy. Maybe I was getting 4 hours of sleep, and I've been doing that for decades. I had been drinking milk jugs for many decades, 5 gallons a week.
We're not talking milk.
Milk.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
cottage
I didn't
cheese
know if
and
that
ice
was
cream
a
and
term
milk.
for like vodka or something.
No,
Okay.
like truly
Too much.
dairy products.
Too
So
much.
my body was trying to tell me, but I wasn't listening.
Understood.
The foods you choose are critical. The sleep is critical. The breathing, the moving, all the things that you actually talked about this morning are key. They're absolutely imperative to have longevity, to have a lifestyle that your health is your wealth. And I know people will flippantly say that, but if you please just take the time to pause and understand the value of health is your wealth before it's too late. You can do anything at any age, at any time.
All you have to do is start.
All
Poorly,
you have to
but
do is start.
Okay.
Is key. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Great.
That is how I see it.
Fantastic. And we talked about FMR.
Yes.
Fuel, move, and rest.
Yes.
And you had selected, which one out of the F and M and the R you selected?
Rest.
Rest.
Yes.
What do you think you can do better? How can you get more rest? With now having 3 businesses, understanding how health is important, you were looking yourself in the mirror and realizing there's a few things that I can continue to work on. Yes, I'm doing great. I'm walking 10 miles a day, which we will get to. What will you do differently with rest? How can you do something better with rest?
Yeah, I think the most important thing for me to do is to be intentional. I feel I'm an intentional person, but I also know my sleep is suffering. If I'm intentional and I put a focus on saying, okay, right now you know you're getting X number of hours of sleep, it's still not enough. You know that, you've been told that, you've gone through sleep studies. So you need to gain 1 additional hour. How are you going to do that, Denise? I need to be intentional. So I'm going to rework my day.
And your schedule.
And my schedule. Now I travel a lot, so I have to be conscious of that. So that might mean when I'm traveling, I just don't stay out as late with everyone else, which is what I did. I came home early last night.
Good for you, good for you. Do you time box by chance?
I used to. I don't need to do that anymore. I have my own system, but yes, I know what you're talking about, and I think that's, if it works for you, you should use it.
Wonderful. And so then the element, when you were looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you, you're amazing, you're great, you were doing that also when you did not feel well.
Oh,
when you were
absolutely.
sick. Did that trigger you in any way? You're looking at yourself, you're saying these great things, but you were just saying you were drinking too much milk and too much dairy and you weren't taking care of yourself. How did that make you feel? Did it trigger you one day? Because I'm just imagining, I'm trying to imagine you, right? Every single day I'm looking at myself in the mirror, confident, I know I can do it, and I'm intentional, but I don't feel well, and I can see it that I don't feel well. Was it a gradual thing? You're still looking at yourself in the mirror saying good things, but you don't feel well and you're sick.
Yeah, I think the reality to that was I was looking in the mirror, but I wasn't seeing myself.
Okay.
My reflection was there, but I believe there was sadness. I believe that there was this thought process of you are what you are. You just have to accept where you're at. Exactly.
Still loved yourself, but there was something that, okay, understood.
Yeah.
And probably then when the doctor told you need to fix some things.
Yeah.
Okay, that was another trigger. And then you chose, just like we talked about trigger, you chose to go through Glimmer.
Correct,
And the
correct.
FMR focus. No, fuel, move, and rest. And then the C's, do you remember?
We have to clear, connect, or I think it was, clear, connect, and create.
Okay, fantastic. You started doing that immediately?
I did because it was right before Thanksgiving. So although I thought the timing was wrong, everybody else around me said, you don't get it, this is the perfect timing. I'm like, how can it be the perfect timing? I want to enjoy the holiday. This is depressing to me. Like, how can I go forward with a health and wellness plan when you're saying that, you know, it's going to be around the holidays? And they're like, you can do anything. You can actually still give yourself a hall pass. You can still give yourself permission to have a little something. You just won't have as much as you had before.
Great.
And your body's going to respond because you're treating and training it correctly.
Yes, and that just reminded me, I wanted to use the term trigger training to get the glimmer, right? What we just did, trigger, glimmer, awe, was trigger training, how to handle the things. That's exactly what you're just saying. So for our listeners, what we've learned so far as an entrepreneur, have mentors, have people that support you, have people that believe in you, believe in yourself, look yourself in the mirror and have the confidence that you can figure out, don't hesitate, just start. Lovely. All those great things we've learned. Second thing that we're beginning to learn, that was 10 things. So the 12th thing that we're beginning to learn is about taking care of yourself and realizing that it is your body.
Yes.
What did you start to do to feel better, and what can we then share with our listeners? What could they just start to do? So you first.
Oh, very simple. Take a look at what you're actually eating and drinking. Maybe just for 1 week, just journal it. Get an assessment. I had never done that. And when he just said, it was such a simple thing, and I'm like, I've never done that. He said, just track it. Don't beat yourself up, just track it. Let's take a look at it. So I thought that was extremely helpful, and my family did the same thing, and we're like, oh, we should tweak some things here. I think the next thing was water. Water was not my go-to. And to learn to drink water, I don't think I can do that. Like half my body weight in water, that's a lot of water. I just don't understand how I'm gonna get that down. It was because I was negative talk. I had to switch the narrative to I love water.
Tell yourself
and
a
water
different
is
story.
my friend. Water is a second way to help my body get better.
Amazing.
Water. Sleep was obviously something I really needed to focus on. So we had a family powwow, and I just said, Mom's gonna start cutting her nights
Three
off.
kids?
3 kids.
3 kids and a husband. And 9 jobs, 9 businesses.
Yeah, so it was every which way. So just 3 simple steps really began a good process.
Drinking, and what I liked about that, we're talking about fuel and rest. We're not even talking about movement yet. You're talking about fuel. What are you putting in your body? So more water is what we're hearing. We'll get a little bit more detail, but less of the bad things.
Correct.
Not get rid of everything, but less of, and then focus more on rest. We're not even talking about movement. So those things, if someone starts journaling, writing down what they're actually eating, and I shared the example on stage visually that there was one influencer that I follow, and she had a clear vase, and she said, this is, if you're hungry at home, this is what you're doing. And just a handful of chips, you put them into the bowl. Handful of chocolate chips, put it into the bowl. Handful of granola bar, put it in. And all of that stuff is not enough to fuel you. So they could do 2 little things so far. Tell us about movement.
But in the beginning, because of the condition I had, I was locked. My arm and my legs were locked, and I couldn't move them, and so we didn't know if the program that he put me on was going to help me, but we were going to take it a day at a time, and we would do any reassessments that we needed to along the way, and this is part of my health and wellness, and it became an organic business for me. I began to loosen up, and my body was reacting and responding. I couldn't work out in the beginning because I was basically destabilized. But as I fueled better and did all the right things, and I was tracking it, they asked me to track everything, and I was doing blood work every few weeks, all the smart things that should fall into place, I realized I was, in this case, it was a bonus. I dropped weight. I was way overweight, and I was dropping weight, which made me sleep better, making me feel better, and I realized I could start moving. Then my kids were finding a new mom. Hey, Mom, do you want to throw the football? Yes, I do. Hey, Mom, do you want to shoot basketball? Yes, I will. There were things that I had stepped back from that I was stepping back into.
Fantastic.
And then in the last 5 years, over the whole pandemic and so forth, we found the walking. Now, I used to be a runner, but I used to play college softball. I have a few things that are quirks on my body that tell me what I can and cannot do. Running I can no longer do, but walking I can. I began power walking only because I am a fast walker, and today I celebrate 1,172 consecutive days of walking 10 miles a day.
Phenomenal. I'm going to give you a little high five for that one, Denise. That's amazing. Now,
thank you.
For our listeners, people are hearing that. You have 3 businesses, you have 3 children, you have a husband, thriving businesses. Oh goodness, I wish I could do what Denise does, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time. You're a busy person. You want to get 1 extra hour. I appreciate that. How do you find the time to walk 10 miles every single day for over 1,000 days consecutively? How do you find the time, Denise?
I'll go back to what we said in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a positive mindset, and it's a belief system. I believe when you put yourself to the task, to the goal, and if you really believe in it, you will do it. But you have to start. Even if it took me 3 hours in the beginning to do the 10 miles, I still did it, and I still showed up for me. And by showing up for me, I became more and more happy and more involved in what I was doing. Give me more. So it was just like, give me more. If I can do this, I can do that. It was a joy, and I was doing it with my middle daughter.
Joy.
There was a lot of things that were inspiring to it, incentivizing to it, and I actually did incentivize myself. If I walk X, then I will reward myself with this. Whatever a reward system might look like for you, it's fun to have that incorporated. Maybe it's just going to Starbucks or something, whatever it might be. You can build from there. Maybe it's a treat to a Lululemon. I'm an ambassador for Lululemon, and it worked out nicely for me. I would go treat myself. The point being is movement is key to life. Movement is key to the brain. Movement is key to how you think, how you do. Again, how you do anything is how you do everything. How you dress, choose to dress, how you choose to eat, how you choose to sleep, how you choose to move. It's something that is addicting now, but I'm careful with that word.
Because you don't want to overdo it.
I don't want to overdo it, and I think what's important is you don't have to be me. We are all individuals on this planet as part of a bigger universe, and we all matter. So don't.
Yeah, you don't need to be Denise.
No.
You can be inspired by Denise,
Yes.
but the takeaway is if you can focus a little bit more on rest to our listeners, if you can focus more on taking care of yourself, that's a win. If you can focus in on simply starting, we just shared, of course, in the presentation, put your walking shoes on, walk up the steps instead of riding an escalator, taking an elevator. Put on your walking shoes and walk to the mailbox. That's it. And then tomorrow, walk to the cul-de-sac. Whatever you can do, just start. So all of this element, and just a few more questions, you have wrapped up into one of your businesses, correct?
Yes, correct.
One of your business, may I share? You are working in the fashion modeling world. Can
So
you
that
share?
whole performing art,
Performing arts.
Performing arts, which encompasses everything from fashion to modeling to music to Broadway to all those variables.
Okay, so that's one component. The second component is encouraging people to be able to eat and drink and use certain supplements that are better. Is there a division of your company that we can share with our listeners?
It's called Isogenics.
Isogenics.
Okay. And there are many great companies out there. We're not the only one. I happen to be tied to mine because it was through my medical team I found out.
And it helped you.
And it truly helped me. And it has given me the tools and the decisions that I can make and choices I can make with the products that they offer. I obviously use other products. There's some wonderful products that have made a difference for me.
Wonderful, and thank you, because it's not an endorsement or a recommendation.
It is not in any way.
These are the things that you do. And then the third one, of course, with your travel business.
Right.
How do you help implement healthy travel? Are you looking at different destinations? Can you share just a little bit with our listeners?
So
What
this
is the
exciting
component?
because it has dovetailed from the health and wellness into travel, where my clients over here are looking for certain types of health and wellness trips. Now the reason could be maybe they are going on their honeymoon, but maybe they just had a win in their health story and they're feeling amazing and they want to go celebrate somewhere, and that celebrate what might not be traditional. It might be, I would like to go hiking. Okay, where can I do that? Maybe get spa at the end, but it's not a spa getaway. It's more like what is out there in this world that will light me, that will light me up, that will move me, that will just give me everything.
That will give me awe.
Give me awe, give me awe. They're absolutely looking for the awe moment, and not for the social media purpose, but for the heart purpose.
Okay.
Fill me up.
There's a line that a friend of ours shared with me about he had climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, he and his friends. And he said that there's a statement, it's like, why do you climb the mountain? So some people climb the mountain to see the world, and some people climb the mountain to be seen by the world.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference.
Yes.
I'm doing it to take a selfie. Yes, you want to capture the moment, but are you doing it to see the world, or are you doing it for the wrong reasons? Selfishly to be seen by the world, this is how great I am. So I love what you just shared.
And I think I would add something, like this just happened to me. I was flying from Phuket, Thailand, all the way back to JFK in New York, and I had a stopover in Dubai. And from Dubai to JFK, I'm flying on Emirates, and the lady told me I could come up to, I was flying business, I was blessed to be able to fly business, and they have an upstairs area where you can socialize and so forth. She said, come, and I gotten to know her, and it was the flight attendant, and she said, look out the window. And I sat down and I looked out, and she said, now wait for it. And the sun was coming up, and it was Mount Everest.
Wow.
Now, I'm
That's awe.
There are no words for the pause of taking that in. I was grieving the passing of Jane Goodall. Dr. Jane Goodall, she had just been a part of the program that I was at in Amman, Jordan.
Got it.
And she had an impact on me my whole life and what she represented. And I wanted to idolize her with my love for nature and so forth. I have had clients do the same thing. I may have given them the trip of a lifetime, but somewhere along the way, either at the mountaintop, on the airplane, or wherever it might be, that they had the awe moment that impacted them the most, that changes and gives them a different perspective on life. Wow, I'm now here. It's no longer about all this, the noise, the toxicity.
Those things don't
It's about
matter.
this. They do not matter.
What matters right now is you and I having a conversation. What matters right now is Terry shaking her head and agreeing and letting us know how I'm doing on time. What matters right now is the sunshine and the fall leaves and the ladybug.
The blessings.
And the ladybug that is on the table.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I did not
right.
squish it.
And that is a gift.
Yes,
That's
so
a
it's all
gift.
these things. You had also been through, you shared with me just briefly, may I?
You may.
Talking about being held at gunpoint on numerous occasions. Can you summarize that, if there is benefit to our listeners, of what you've been able to overcome, if it's not too personal?
Well, I have been through a journey, and I have had these incidences that have occurred to me. However, I am definitely not the victim. I did use therapy services, and I used family and friends, and I used the Lord above, and I used nature to build me from what occurred to me, and did take me down for a period of time, but I got back up and I was able to walk through it. How? I would do lots of affirmations, manifestations, journaling. Journaling is extremely therapeutic. I had a minister in my life who was very fundamental to a lot of things around that time, those time frames. I think it's knowing you're not alone. Don't feel like you're a silo or that you're stuck in a situation and nobody else has ever experienced it. So there's growth, and you can come through it. There is breakthrough to be found, and just begin the process of healing, and you will realize that you can step up and step out.
And if it's not too personal, you said that you were not a victim, meaning...
I'm choosing not to be the victim.
Okay. Were you playing a negative role in that situation?
In the beginning, when you're assaulted and you're in shock, you're going through all the things.
Sure.
Your body's going through a number of things, and you're just wondering, why was I put through this? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Will I ever look the same? Will I ever think the same?
Yeah, but it wasn't you being aggressive to someone else.
Oh,
it
goodness,
was someone
no.
being aggressive
Oh,
to you.
goodness, no,
So
yeah.
I'm glad that you are not a victim. I didn't know if you were involved with illegal stuff and it was
Thank
you're
you for
bad
clarifying.
and you're bad and
No.
they're bad. It
No.
is you are you.
Circumstantial,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
other people were bad in robbing you at
Yes.
gunpoint or
Yes.
whatever the case is.
Yes,
Okay, I just
very
wanted
much.
to
That's a
clear,
good clarification.
Right, and thank you for not being a victim and coming through it with those 5 or
Yes.
6 things.
Yes.
Amazing. If people want to learn more about you, and of course I want to promote your businesses, where should they go and how should they reach you, Denise Wiggins?
Absolutely. Anyone who's interested can always look for me on Instagram as The Healthy Traveler.
The Healthy Traveler, all one word?
All one.
What?
There's The Healthy and then _
Yeah.
Traveler.
And I think that's probably important. The Healthy _ Traveler.
Yes.
Wonderful. So you're very
And-
involved with the Instagram.
Yes, I
Okay.
absolutely love Instagram, LinkedIn, and so forth. But email is one of the best ways to get a hold of me. And I proudly represent Trip Pro, TRIPRO, 2 words together, double P, Trip Pro.
Trip Pro, yes.
At Verizon.net.
At Verizon.net.
Yes.
I think that's probably a great way. I want to make sure that people on this podcast, for all the marbles, you are certainly going for all the marbles with your energy, with your enthusiasm,
Thank you.
with your attitude. And what is also very special, I'm glad I just remembered this. After we were done yesterday, I give gratitude stones,
Yes.
which I could certainly tell resonated with you and with all of the other travel
Big time.
advisors.
Big time.
You gave me.
I did.
Why do you do that, Denise Wiggins?
Oh, thank you for asking, because it touches my heart, and
Yeah.
it's a gift in return when I give a gift. And the gift is, it's a smile pin. And I think that's one of the things that we always forget to dress ourselves with is a smile. And I like to remind people that the gift of a smile mile is so rewarding and so fulfilling, one to yourself and one to pass it on and to pay it forward. And I wanted to thank you for the gift that you had given in your presentation and all the juicy golden nuggets, and for just being you and how you're representing and showing up and spreading the wealth of kindness.
Well, thank you. Just so grateful, Denise, that you joined the Healthy Traveler. We know that people are going to follow you and hopefully connect with you
Yes, I
and
would love
learn
that.
from you and help support your businesses in any way that we can.
Or just being a friend.
That's
if you
it.
just need somebody,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it.
Because it's not the intention of, my intention is to help you with our listeners. Your intention is not to do this to be able to grow your business, but guess what? It's going to happen because you're real, you're authentic, and I want to be giving you the gift, and I want our listeners to be able to give the gift of elevating you however you need elevated.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
That's
maybe,
absolutely
maybe
good.
business or maybe support. Yes.
How do you overcome any excuse that may come your way to stay on your path with your 10 miles a day? I can think of so many
Sure.
excuses.
Right, because it could be rainy, it could be cold. Yeah.
that question.
Okay. Denise, Terry wants to know, and it's Wiggins.
It is Wiggins.
I got it.
yeah.
I want to make sure I included the yes, Denise
Denise.
Wiggins. And if we ever need to edit out, we can, but we usually don't because we're just real.
I love that.
How do you overcome obstacles that might prevent you from walking 10 miles a day? It's cold, it's rainy, it's snowy, the health club doesn't have a treadmill, so many different excuses that could be there.
Could.
How do you overcome them?
I have trained my brain in a way where walking is non-negotiable. Excuses are non-negotiable. So should I find myself in maybe coming up with, do I really want to walk tomorrow? Should that happen, I'll be like, yes, I will, because if it's raining and there's lightning, I got Lowe's I can walk in, and they love when I walk over there. In fact, some of their employees walk with me. So there's always a way. There's always a way. But if I was, let's just say I was sad and maybe I went to bed and was just a little depressed or something about some news or something that occurred to me personally, I'm already aware in my mind the value of the walk, or the value of anything that makes me resonate and get higher in the positivity of remembering I'm here for a reason. And by the way, God gave me another day to breathe and to live and be a part of this life. So knowing that I get to wake up every morning and I get to contribute to life, can override any excuse.
Incredible benefits. We often talk about should-dos. And should-dos are things that no one is telling you to do,
Correct.
but in your mind you know that you should do it. And we talk about the benefits of doing and the consequences of not doing. And you just laid out exactly why. You understand the benefits of doing.
Yes.
And you also understand how you consequences perhaps of not feeling good. And then also, if you don't, you're not able to say, I walked 1,000, how many days in a row?
1,172.
Yeah, because guess what? You want to be able to say 1,173 tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's over 3 years of doing that.
Amazing.
Here's the beauty. I talked earlier about not doing anything solo or feeling like you're alone or that you're single. So accountability is fun. And I think I do walk alone, but I have extreme joy and pure love in my walk because I'm not actually walking alone. I'm with nature. The deer are there, the raccoons are there, the squirrels are there, the birds are there. So they're part of my journey when I'm walking. God is with me. I may be thinking about others. I always do birthday messages. Oh my goodness, friends, if you're not doing voice birthday messages, that lights me up every single day. Whoever's I'm being informed or have a birthday, I will leave them a voice message. It might be 5 in the morning, but whatever, they'll get it when they get it. And I'll just say, good morning, it's your birthday. It's the day of your gift of being on this earth, and I'm so happy to celebrate you. And that alone just gets me rocking.
Gets you going.
So there's no excuses because I know I got to celebrate people. I know that there's ways of doing it.
And technology is there, and it's easy. You're getting formed on Facebook of whose birthday it is. So pick up the phone call because most people don't.
Most people don't, but if you're coming up with excuses, get an accountability partner. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be your dog, actually, and you take your dog with you.
Wow, that's so true. Because even with our dogs, Jackson looks forward to it. Did you walk today already?
Yes, I did.
Good for you. How early did you start?
At 4:45.
And how long does it take you?
Just under 2 hours.
Absolutely amazing.
Inside or outside?
Inside.
Today
outside.
I did inside. Yes.
Good for you. Either or.
99% of the time, it will always be outdoors unless lightning. And that's only happened 3 times in the 1,172 days.
Best thing about being an entrepreneur? Last question.
The fun, the happiness, the joy, the love, the light, the kindness, everything. People.
Everything included.
Yes.
All right. Denise Wiggins, thank you. Healthy Travelers.
Thank you so
You're
much.
amazing. You are
I
amazing.
appreciate it
amazing.
so much. Thank you.